Rome, the city where hope never dies. It is a city that is proud of its magnificent past, a metropolis that once ruled Europe, Africa, and Asia. Rome is a city steeped in Christianity and history. All that this lovely city has to offer can easily overwhelm first-time visitors. After all, history and art can be found on practically every street corner. That is why, before boarding a plane or train going for Rome, travelers should do their study to narrow down what they want to see and do. The Colosseum neighborhood, which is located in the heart of Rome, has the most ancient attractions such as the Colosseum, Capitol, and the Roman Forum, the Pantheon, as well as spectacular cathedrals, plazas, and Renaissance architecture, can be seen on the outskirts of the city. Unfortunately, seeing all of Rome's main tourist attractions in a few days or even a few months is not possible. Let's see best places to visit in Rome. Number 1. Colosseum. This magnificent monument is one of the world's most well-known and recognizable landmarks, and a journey to Rome would be incomplete without a visit to the Colosseum. The Colosseum, also known as the Flavian Amphitheater, was built between 70 and 80 AD and could house 80,000 spectators at its zenith. The Roman emperors would routinely attend games, gladiator tournaments, and other forms of entertainment held in this edifice. The Colosseum is easily accessible and has a metro station nearby. It is located to the southwest of the main terminus train station. Number 2. Trevi Fountain. There are few other fountains in the world that are as ornately sculpted and adorned as the Trevi Fountain. The fountain was built in 1762 by Nicholas Alvidalner, the Roman god Oceanus, who is seen riding his chariot drawn by tridents and taming many hippocamps. The statues are exquisitely detailed, and the entire facade and fountain are a magnificent piece of art. Throwing pennies into the sea over your shoulder for good luck has become a tradition, albeit doing so in the midst of hundreds of other tourists may prove tough. This fountain, which is adjacent to the Pantheon and the Quirinal Palace, should not be missed while traveling through Rome's streets. Number 3. Pantheon. The enormous Pantheon is one of Rome's most recognized sites and one of the best preserved ancient Roman buildings in the world. The current structure, which was built in 118 AD by Emperor Hadrian on the site of an older temple commissioned by Agrippa, was actually built on the site of an earlier temple. A rectangular porch with enormous columns and a memorial to Agrippa on the triangular pediment can be found at the front of the structure. The interior includes a spectacular dome with a succession of stone designs and a central coffer that lets light in. The Pantheon, which is located in the heart of Rome on the Piazza della Rotonda, is another must-see attraction. Number 4. Piazza Navona. The Piazza Navona was erected in the 15th century on the site of the Mission Stadium and has remained a renowned tourist attraction ever since. The Piazza is a fantastic site to visit while going through the city center, as it is adjacent to the Pantheon and the Trevi Fountain. This vast square is always bustling with artists and street merchants, and the neighboring structures elegantly frame the open space. The Fontana del Moro and Fountain of Neptune, with their spectacular sculptures, the Palazzo Braschi, the Palazzo Pamphilj, and the St. Agnes and Agam Church are also notable features of the square. Number 5. Roman Forum. The Roman Forum is an archaeological site that comprises of various ruins that were once the center of Roman public and political life. It is possibly one of the most important Roman ruins in Italy. The temples of Saturn, Titus, and Vesta, as well as the Arch of Severus, existed here together with other temples, squares, and arches. Many of these constructions are still standing today, and parts of the arches, building foundations, and walls may still be seen. The Roman Forum, which is close to the Colosseum and the Altar of the Fatherland, is an important destination to visit. Tickets for both the Forum and the Colosseum may be purchased, and it is recommended that you leave enough time to adequately explore the ruins and learn about the history of this location. Number 6. Basilica di Santa Maria Maggiore. The Basilica di Santa Maria Maggiore is one of the many magnificent religious and historical structures in Rome. It is one of Rome's largest churches, listed as a Basilica Major, and is located on the same name Piazza. This majestic structure's front face is dominated by a central row of stone columns topped with sculptures and numerous inscriptions. There's also a big bell tower that towers over the surrounding structures, while the outside is beautiful in its own right. The interior is truly spectacular, with a large quantity of gold adornment, frescoes, and exquisite paintings on the walls and ceilings. The Borghese Church, with its exquisite murals and gilded sculptures, is particularly noteworthy. Number 7. Piazza del Popolo. The Piazza del Popolo, which literally means People Square, is one of the world's most beautiful squares. The squares are surrounded by historical structures like as the Chiesa di Santa Maria dei Miracoli, the Porta del Popolo doorway, and the Basilica Paracale. The Pincio Hill, located just east of the Piazza, provides spectacular views of the Piazza in Rome. The massive Papal obelisk, which, like the one in St. Peter's Square, was transported from Egypt, stands in the Piazza's middle. The Fontana del Nettuno and the Fontana del Obelisco are two beautiful fountains that surround the square. Number 8. At Peter's Square. The Vatican, a small country within a country, is located in Rome. This autonomous state is one of the world's most important religious locations, and St. Peter's Square is an iconic location where many important events have occurred. The square, which is located at the front of the Vatican State, is actually round and is framed by two massive colonnades. Exquisite statues of various holy luminaries and previous popes stand atop these columns, and towering obelisk stands in the center, which was taken from Nero's circus and seems Egyptian rather than Roman. The landmark St. Peter's Basilica stands at the far end of the plaza, and a set of seats is generally put up in front of it for papal festivities. Take in the scale of the square. Observe the masses hoping to catch a view of the Pope, and use this as a jumping-off place for exploring the Vatican. Number 9. St. Peter's Basilica. St. Peter's Basilica, arguably the most recognizable and celebrated religious structure in the world, stands as a true victory of the Catholic religion's power and decadence, and is revered as one of the holiest sanctuaries for its adherents. The Basilica, which stands at the far end of St. Peter's Square, has a stunning front facade with statues of the apostles and Jesus. The architecture and decoration inside the Basilica are just magnificent, and it is regarded as one of the most beautiful buildings in the world. The sheer amount of ornamentation and intricacy, as well as how the light falls in magnificent beams at different times of the day, will wow you. Both Michelangelo and Bernini were involved in the design, and their work may be seen in the massive dome and the beautiful, glorious sculpture. Number 10. Spanish Steps. The 135 Spanish Steps, which connect the Piazza di Spagna and the Piazza Trinita dei Monti, were built in 1725 to bridge the space and slope between these two prominent squares. Each of the 135 stairs is framed by stone walls and has a wide stone ledge. A massive crucifix, obelisk, and numerous inscriptions etched into the stone can be found at the top of the steps. The Piazza di Spagna, at the bottom of the steps, is large and has a variety of stores and cafes.